It's an email breakdown.
Email's not dead.
Hello everyone, it's me, Nudge, Marketing Alchemist. You look great today, honestly. I mean, I don't know how you keep doing it, but you just do. We're back again with another email breakdown, and I'm going to do something different yet again. It's just me on my own, no guest today, unfortunately, but I am interviewing some people very, very soon, and that'll be very cool. I thought this time, what I could do is go through some Pure Gym emails. So Pure Gym are a gym franchise here, and there's one I go to locally in Salisbury, and I noticed that they had a really great email program. Now, obviously, there's no way for me to get to the end of it because I've only just started going to the gym again. But I thought what I've received so far is very cool, and I wanted to break them down with you. So here we go. First email that I wanted to go through is the very first welcome email I got. So I got this on the same day that I first signed up to the gym. As you can see, it's a long email, but I think it's a good choice because it's big and it's blocky and it's sort of breaking down each of the different sections in the email that it wants you to look at. So let's start from the top. Okay, so first things first, let's get started setting you up. Got a lovely lady on a rowing machine up top, which is great. I think for a gym, you want to see happy faces, you want to see people using the gym equipment. So I think with this copywriting, it's really important to set up expectations right up top. So a few things you need to know. So immediately in your head, you're like, okay, getting my brain ready for the few things that I need to know. Number one, you need to download an app, right? And it's kind of telling you how to get into the gym. We provide separate sex communal changing rooms for members and an individual use, gender neutral, inclusive changing room in all gyms. Good to know, all important information to have. Number two, getting into the gym, very important. It's hard enough for me to just get to gym. It would be difficult for me to like not be able to get in once I get there. So automated entrances. So yeah, I do even have a video as well, just to kind of help you get your mind around it. All good onboarding stuff. Oh, that's cute. Don't worry, Scotty, it won't beam you up. That's cute. Pure Gym app. Okay, to get the best from your gym, download the award-winning Pure Gym app. So my thoughts are, I kind of feel like the app should have gone first before the pin bit, just because you kind of need to download the app in order to use the QR code and get the pin. But hey, I'm probably nitpicking here. So in terms of design, I think it's good that it's big and it almost sections off each of these elements so you're not getting ahead of yourself. It looks good on mobile as well. Very punchy copywriting too, and nice contrast in the buttons as well. So it's an orange and nothing else is that same orange unless it is a call to action, which is good practice. If the buttons had been the same yellow, for example, they wouldn't have stuck out from these design elements here. So some good stuff here. Obviously, safety information and terms and conditions. Very good. And again, note that like how, because this isn't part of their normal onboarding, this is something they want you to pay attention to. They've put it in a separate box. They're probably restricted by the design of whatever program they're using, but I would have maybe made the box like had a white border around it still, so you knew that there was still stuff coming towards the bottom. They've got their train safe safety commitment. Yeah, I think it's good to have things like this where instead of just having text, like a wall of text, I think it's good to have design elements where you're calling important things out, like these boxes here. And let's strike out harassment together. Great message. We look forward to seeing you in the gym soon. And then they have everything that you would expect at the bottom. We look forward to seeing you in the gym soon. If you got any questions, just get in touch. Salisbury. All of Salisbury? I don't know. I probably would have put the team Pure Gym at Salisbury or something like that. And then you have the social media icons. So all in all, a very solid onboarding email, I think maybe the arrangement of the items could be slightly different. I really like these design elements where, they have these little flag callouts. I think that's nice and creative. Um, although they would look tiny on mobile, so I don't know, but I think it's fun. I think having mock-ups of what the app looks like is also really important, so you know that when you download the app, that you know what to expect and you know what you're looking for as well. That's also really important. So yes, all in all, a very good solid onboarding email. Let's get to the email I got the day after now. Here we have a shorter email, and there's some really cool design elements happening here, which I will get into. This email came, like I said, the day after. You've just joined PureGym. Welcome to our community of over 1 million members. So there's a little bit of social proof, right? So if over 1 million people are going to the gym, that must be good. We want to ensure that every member gets the best possible start. That's why we have created our Let's Get Started program, which will get you ready for your first workout in 3 easy steps. So the power of 3, always very important, and it's just a nice, easy structure to stick to. So what we've got here is something I like to call a scroll down mechanism, which is where you have design elements that are meant to train your eye downwards because emails are vertical in nature. And so it's great that because if they use just blocks of rectangles, it would have just looked very blocky. But in this way, it looks more organic and it flows downwards. So you've got phase 1 setting you up, phase 2 get gym ready, and phase 3 the first workout. We can't wait to see you, Pure Gym. We saw in their sign off on their first email, it was from Salisbury, and this time it's Pure Gym. So I would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit of consistency around that. What would have been even cooler is that if they had like maybe a headshot from a representative from the gym. I know it's not always possible, but it's a great shout to have for emails. Anyway, if you want to sort of put a face to the team, kind of humanize things, make things feel friendlier. It's always nice to have a headshot of someone and say, oh, from the team or from whoever. And again, pretty standard footer here. I like how simple it is. It does look a little bit awkward that this image is sort of like smack in the middle and there's these huge margins on either side. But once again, I'm probably nitpicking. If I designed this, I think I would have put a little bit of copy just to accompany each bit. But then again, if the objective of the email is to get people clicking through and getting to the website to read these articles, then hey, they've probably nailed that objective. Pretty short and simple. And this is a good example of how it doesn't have to be complicated. Your welcome email just needs to get to the point, needs to get people to where they're going. So an interesting here is member login being at the top right. I think this maybe could be done better if perhaps the logo was aligned to the left, and then maybe there's a nice big button that says member login to the right here. It also could be that they're restricted by the design program that they're using. I don't know what ESP they're using, so that might be the reason why as well. My only beef with these emails is that there isn't a view in browser. So view in browser links are generally good practice if for whatever reason the email doesn't load properly and someone can click through from view in browser and they can see the email as it should be. And I think it's important for emails that have important information in them. But then again, hey, probably the email you can make, just nitpicking there. So let's get started. So one thing I wanted to point out as well is that the header copy is the same from the last email we saw, which was also let's get started. So it probably mixed up the copy there. But we do love to see someone living the best life at the gym. Nice happy face. I like that. Okay, so let's get into the cool stuff, which is their retention strategy. So I noticed that I would get emails every time I finish the session at the gym, which is very cool. We like to see that sort of positive reinforcement. I'm going to go through a few of these and then just kind of talk about what's happening in them. Here is the one of the first emails I got after finishing a gym session, which was a nice treat. Refueling after a great workout is key. So there's some nice adjacent messaging happening. So it's not all about selling Pure Gym. It's about giving some value add to the person who is going to the gym, or to the customer, gym goer, whatever you may call them. So let's take a look. Refueling after a great workout is key. Hey Najma, you've only gone and gotten another great session in the gym. So before your next workout, let's talk refueling with this tasty vegan slow cooked chili. Oh, love it. And it's vegan as well. So there's some nice positive messaging here. You've only gone and gotten another great session in the gym. Uh, so this is obviously a British company as well, so I can just tell from the copywriting. Keep up the good work. Love to see that. And Pure Gym, I think it would be great if they signed off with Team Pure Gym or something like that, because I don't know, I think it feels a little bit awkward when it's just the company name and it's like the company is not the people. This is a great example of providing some value added things which aren't necessarily about selling your company, selling your product, but it is doing the work of kind of creating that space in someone's mind for positive associations with your brand to happen. And yeah, like I said, there's some great positive reinforcement happening here. Generally speaking, I do like the design of this. It's kind of neat, this sort of pattern happening here. Refueling, refueling, refueling. It's kind of cool. Best practice is that you'd want to make sure that any text in your emails are live text, meaning that it's done with HTML, not sort of high baked in as an image. Otherwise, it looks not so great on mobile, and it's not terribly accessible as well. Probably what I do is I'd make it so that it's image and then it's text below, because you've got this really amazing, like, tasty looking image here of the food, and it's kind of being cramped up to the side, and I think it should be the style of the show here. But that's my point of view, and I love food. Humans are easy, right, as well? Because I think if when you put pictures of food in front of someone after a gym session, they're going to be hungry, you know? So the next email, or at least one of the most recent emails I got, is this one. So they've kept up this design element of these repeating words, which is cool. So looking for your next workout. You doing great, Najma. What's next? Keep your training fresh with these 6 kettlebell moves. Adding a variety of exercise and equipment into your workouts is a great way to target your muscles in new ways, stay motivated, and help you overcome training plateaus. So this is lovely. I think they've provided a video here that you can click through and watch. And again, it's all about that value add. It's all about making sure that someone is having a good experience at the gym. And it's quite nice that they're acting as a sort of helpful friend, in that, hey, you should, probably mix up your workouts a little bit. It's a great way to target your muscles in new ways. I didn't grow up being a very sporty person or going to the gym a lot. This is fairly new for me in my life. So I always appreciate getting new information about making the most of my time at the gym as well. So that's one important thing to remember, is when you are creating your emails, think about how you can create value added content that could really add to someone's experience with your product, or even the product category, not necessarily your company specifically, because it just adds that positive association with your brand. So some nice things here. So I really love this trick as well, of having these sort of overlapping elements. It just helps break it up and make it look not so boring, like rectangle, rectangle, and another rectangle. There's some really nice things here. Nice rounded edges. which is consistent in the design as well, because even the CTA has rounded edges too. So I have to think about the consistency in your design because it just makes it look that much more polished. I think this is reflective of the Pure Gym logo, where again you just see these nice smooth edges as well. So that level of detail in your design, I think try and keep that up. And the last email I'd like to get into is the most recent one that I got just from a couple of days ago. Yes, I did go to the gym a couple of days ago. Thank you, thank you. Um, it's another food one. We love to see it. So I really like that they've mixed up the content in their emails as well. So let's talk about fuel. Najma, enjoy a healthier take on a fast food classic. Ooh, a burger. So, fueling your body in the right way is a huge part of your health and fitness journey. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that I think that probably their food type content is following a specific template, and probably they mix up your exercises with different routines is probably following a different kind of template, which is nice. I think, when you're designing emails, you don't want to start from scratch every single time. So this says to me that they've got a good design design language happening here. So try this incredible high protein, lean and loaded cheeseburger the next time you're craving a takeaway. Get the recipe. Yeah, nice and simple. Nice consistency here as well with these design elements and the rounded corners. It's short and sweet. I really like the fact that their subject lines are so positive, and that's on brand, and it's what you want as part of this journey that someone is having at the gym. Props to Pure Gym's content team as well for creating all of these different bits of content for Pure Gym to keep pushing out. I'll keep an eye out and see if I still keep receiving these after my 50th visit to the gym, 100th visit to the gym, because I am so impressed by this sort of consistency in the cadence of sending an email out, a triggered email out. One thing that I will say is that um, I've lost my train of thought. I think that everyone can have something to learn from this. You don't have to be an owner of a gym or working at a gym to implement some of the principles of what Pure Gym are doing here. So this is a great email retention strategy. And let's say this is probably going to be more apparent in something like e-commerce. A good email retention strategy means that you're keeping up those touch points with people in a very relevant, very helpful way to the person. So you're not being annoying, you're not checking in all the time, but you are sending emails at points that would genuinely help out the customer. And in this case, this is keeping up some good habits, giving some positive reinforcement. Like after someone's gone to the gym, giving them a hell yeah, you did it, or you're a gymming machine, something like that. That those compliments can really help bring up somebody's good feelings, those good associations with the product and with your brand. One thing that is important to remember about emails is that I call them fancy signposts, which is the journey shouldn't just stop at the email. An email is there to point someone to somewhere else, be it your website to purchase the product or to sign up for something, or even just to get that really important traffic to your website. One thing that I did like about these emails is that they didn't just stop at the email. They were pointing people to somewhere else, like getting a recipe or watching a video. And I think the mistake that brands often make with emails is that uh, somebody's journey often just stops at an email. It's really about uh, keeping up that flywheel, that someone clicks on an email and then they might look at a website and might click on something else, and it keeps up that loop. For any email that you create, you need to try and think of a place, a call to action, an objective that you want someone to do when they look at your email. Hey, it's me back again. Thank you so much for watching another email breakdown. I thought I'd take an opportunity to plug some stuff I'm doing. So, firstly, I'm going to be talking at MarTech Fest, which is taking place in the Netherlands. Secondly, I'm going to also be talking at Litmus Live. And obviously, I'll be putting all of the details here, naturally. And finally, I have an Etsy shop where I design stickers and t-shirts and mugs, and they're all sort of email marketing and marketing related. Do check them out. I think you'll like them. You can use the stickers to jazz up your laptop, or use the mugs to, you know, if you're feeling a little sassy on a Zoom meeting. Or you can use the t-shirts just to signal to other people that, hey, you're an email geek and you're proud of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. In the meantime, bye!